Hello and welcome to week 31 of the Ray of Hope Crochet Along, and this week we're making the raised pineapple stitch. So this is a type of bobble stitch, but it just gives a little bit of extra texture and look to it, and we make it over the top of single crochet rows, which makes it really puff up and it just looks a little bit different. So how do we make it? Okay, so we're going to be using a 3.5mm hook for this one. And we start the first 2 rows of our ray as we normally would. So you start with a chain of 22. In the 4th chain from your hook, make a double crochet. Double crochet in each chain across. Your turning chain counts as a stitch, so you'll have 20 stitches. Then you turn chain 1. So row 2, you're going to make the alternate turning chain 2 together over the first 2 stitches. Then double crochet in every stitch across until you have 2 stitches left, and then double crochet 2 together in those last 2 stitches, and that brings your stitch count down to 18. Okay, so row 3, I'm going to turn chain 1, take that out, and you're going to single crochet in every stitch across. Okay, so you'll have 18 single crochet for row 3. Rows 4 and 5 are also single crochet in every stitch. So for rows 3, 4 and 5 you're going to have 18 single crochet in every stitch, in every row even. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do these 2 rows, and I shall come back to you at the start of row 6 and we'll start our raised pineapples. Okay, so I finished my 3 rows of single crochet, and now we're going to start row 6 where we have our pineapples. So we turn and chain 1 and single crochet in that first stitch. Just put my stitch marker up. And now we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. So including that first single crochet we have 4 single crochet. Okay, so let's start our raised pineapple. We're going to yarn over, and we're not going to go into the next stitch, we're going into the stitch 2 rows below. So directly below in row 3. Insert your hook and pull up a loop. Then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, go back into the same stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, we're going to do this 6 times, all into that same stitch, and every time you pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so by the time we've done this 6 times, you're going to have 8 loops on your hook. 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7, and last one, number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through all 8 loops. So you've got this big puff stitch going on. Okay, so if I turn it round, this is what it looks like. Okay, so it's going to puff up on the back. Okay, so this is the back of your puff, and then this is going to be the front. Okay, so your next stitch needs to be in the next stitch along, which is going to be hidden, and it's this stitch here, but it's inside your puff, so you can have to move everything over, and you're going to single crochet. So if I turn that round, you've got this lovely little textured top, and that's because we pull through the 2 loops at the top. Okay, so this is your pineapple bottom, and then we've got top of a pineapple there. Okay, so we've done a single crochet, which is underneath our pineapple, and now we're going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's grab some more yarn, 6 and 7. And in the next stitch we're going to make another raised pineapple. Okay, so yarn over, go to the stitch 3 rows below. So we don't go in the next one in this row, we count down to row 3, so we always go down 2 rows, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, into the loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Did I say 6? Do this 6 times. You did 7 times, sorry. So you pull up a loop 7 times, okay, to get 8 loops on your hook. And then yarn over and pull through all 8 loops. Okay. Your next stitch is going to be under there as a single crochet. Okay. And then single crochet in the last 3 stitches of the row. 2 and 3. Okay, so always remember that your stitch after your pineapple is going to be under that puff. So you're going to have to move your puff to one side to get to it, so it just hides under there. And that's what your pineapples will look like once you turn over. Okay, so the higher you pull up the pineapple, the puffier is. So I pulled up my loops higher on this one than I did on the second one. But they look good. Okay, so now we turn. Chain 1 and single crochet in the first stitch of the row. This row is all single crochet and we're setting up for our next set of pineapple stitches. Okay, so we're just going to single crochet in each stitch across. Oops. Okay. And just make sure you get into the top of that pineapple as well. Okay, so you should have 18 single crochet in this row. And this will really start to make those pineapples pop. So this is the front of your pineapple. And once we've got this row of single crochet in, they'll really start to puff up. Okay, so the next row is single crochet as well. So you're going to have 18 single crochet in both these rows. So that's 7 and 8. And then I'm going to come back to you at row 9 because that's a decrease row. Against the top of that pineapple. So it's always a good idea to just check your stitch count at the end of this row in particular, just to make sure you got all the right stitches. So I'm going to do the next row of single crochet as well, and I shall come back to you when we start row 9. So I've done rows 7 and 8, all single crochet with a count of 18 stitches per row. So row 9, you turn, chain 1, and over the first 2 stitches we're going to make a single crochet 2 together. Then we're going to single crochet in every stitch until we have 2 stitches left, and then over the last 2 stitches we'll do another single crochet 2 together. So we're bringing our stitch count down to 16. Okay, so this will set us up nicely for our next round of pineapples in row 10. Okay. So we're going to be doing 3 pairs of pineapples for this piece. Let's get to the end here. It's a nice, interesting, different type of bobble stitch. Just got a little bit more detail and texture to it. Okay, so last 2 stitches, single crochet 2 together. And then we turn and chain 1. Okay, so row 10. Single crochet in the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches as well. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then in the next stitch we're going to do a raised pineapple. So yarn over, and not in the next stitch, we go down to 3 rows below, so into row 7, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and repeat that until you have 8 loops on your hook. Just grab some more yarn. This is a bit of a yarn eater of a stitch. One, two, three, 4. 5, 6, 7 and 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then yarn over and pull through all 8 loops. Then pull your bobble to one side to get into your next stitch, which always gets hidden underneath the bobble, and make a single crochet. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to make another raised pineapple. Yarn over, go 2 rows below, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So with each pulling up of a loop, you add 1 loop onto your hook. So we do this 7 times to get 8 loops onto our hook. Oops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 loops on my hook. Then yarn over, pull through all 8 loops, pull the bobble to one side to get to that next stitch, and single crochet. Okay. Oh, have I pulled it too far over? Hang on. So I should have 5 single crochet left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, yep, that's right. So just make sure you don't pull your raised pineapple too far over, otherwise you end up in the stitch that is next to your previous set of single crochet rather than the next stitch along. So 5 single crochet to finish the row. So there's the back of our pineapples. Okay, and now we turn, and there's the front. So see how they come up nice and raised. Okay, so for the next 3 rows, we're going to be setting up for the next set of pineapples. So we're going to do 3 rows of single crochet in each stitch, and you'll have 16 single crochet in each of these rows. So I'm going to finish those 3 rows of single crochet, and I shall come back to you at row 14 where we'll do our next set of pineapples. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so row 14. So rows 11, 12 and 13 are just single crochet, so we have 16 stitches in each row. So row 14, we turn, chain 1 and single crochet in the first stitch, and then I'm going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches as well. 1 and 2. Okay, so in the next stitch I'm going to do the raised pineapple. So go down 3 rows, so this is into row 11, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay. So keep going until you've got 8 loops on your hook. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. 1 and 2. And yarn over, pull through all 8 loops. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull my bobble to one side to get underneath, and then single crochet in that stitch there. And I'm going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. If you just want to double check, there should be 4 single crochet left. 1, 2, 3, 4. All good. Okay, so the next stitch is a raised pineapple. So go down 2 rows to row 11, yarn over, and keep pulling up those loops, yarn over, pull through until you have 8 loops on your hook. So if you don't want your pineapples as puffy as these, you could just do fewer pull-ups. So if you did, so there's only 6 loops on your hook, then they wouldn't be as big as they are on mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yarn over, pull through all 8 loops. Just pull that to one side, get to that stitch and single crochet, and then single crochet in the last 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Okay. So the next 2 rows are single crochet. So I'm going to single crochet in the first stitch after chaining 1, and then single crochet in each stitch across, and you should have 16 single crochet in this row. So the single crochet do tend to turn over a little bit by the bubbles. You just have to grab them up, make those bubbles pop. Okay, so this is row 15. Row 16 is also single crochet in every stitch, and then row 18 is going to be a decrease row. So I'm going to finish these 2 rows and I shall come back to you at row 18. I've done rows 15 and 16, both all single crochet with a stitch count of 16 in each row. So row 18, turn, chain 1 and over the first 2 stitches we're going to over the first 2 stitches we're going to do a single crochet, 2 together. Had a bit of a mind block by then about what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, then you're going to single crochet in every stitch until you get to the last 2 stitches, and then we'll do another single crochet, 2 together. So we're bringing our stitch count down to 14 for this row. Now after this we've got 1 set of raised pineapples still to do, and then after that we'll go back to double crochet for the rest of the array. Okay. We'll just finish this row and then we can do our last set of pineapples. Okay, and then single crochet, 2 together over the last 2 stitches, and then return, chain 1 and single crochet in the first stitch. Okay, so this is now row 18 and our last set of raised pineapples. Okay, so single crochet in the first stitch and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches as well. 2 and 3, and then we're going to do a raised pineapple. So down 2 rows below, down to row 15, and pull up all those stitches, making sure you yarn over and pull through 2 loops at the top. Keep going until you have 8 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more. Go, then yarn over and pull through all 8 loops. Pull your bobble to one side so we can get to that single crochet. There we go. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches as well. 1, 2, and 3. So we yarn over and do another raised pineapple in the next stitch. Okay. Pull off 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then yarn over, pull through all 8 loops. I have to apologise for flies. It's quite a hot day, so I've got the back door open, and as soon as I did, about 4 flies flew in, and now they refuse to leave. Unfortunately, they're buzzing around like crazy. Okay, so you do that single crochet after the raised pineapple, and then single crochet in the last 3 stitches. Okay, and those are raised pineapple rows complete. So now we go back to double crochet. Turn, chain 1, and make the alternate turning chain in the first stitch, and then double crochet in each stitch across. Okay, so you'll have 14 double crochet for this row, and then row 20 is a decrease row. So you'll double crochet, decrease, and go down to 12 stitches in the next row. That's row 20. So your decreases for the rest of this array, all in double crochet, rows 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40 and 44. And there's 45 rows in total for the whole ray. Okay, so you'll carry on after this row in double crochet the same way as we did all the other rows. So 3 rows of double crochet in every stitch, then a decrease row, until you only have 1 stitch left. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and I shall come back to you and show you what we're doing with the slip stitch border. Okay, so I finished my raised pineapple ray. So I've got all the rows there. You can see those bubbles are nice and up. Okay, so as we're making it, these are actually on the back. So these nice raised ones from the back, and you get these smaller ones that were on the front. Okay, but you can see the kind of how different the tops are, pulling through those first 2 loops before pulling up the next loop. Just makes things looking a little bit different. Okay, so for your slip stitch border, you're going to make a slip stitch in every stitch along across the bottom, so you'll have 20 slip stitches down the bottom. You're going to make a slip stitch into the side of every single crochet row, and 2 slip stitches into the side of every double crochet row. Okay, so remember that last row at the top, you're going to have 2 slip stitches on one side, 1 slip stitch in the other. So you're going to have 78 slip stitches down one side and 77 down the other. So once you've done that, you can weave in your ends and join it to last week's ray. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I shall see you next time for the next stitch. Bye for now.